Hello everyone, it is Jebro again, and today we're going to be talking about a Loki build. Yes, Loki came with this newest season of Marvel Snap, and if you've not played him or you're looking forward to playing him in the future, this is a deck you could possibly use, and is a bunch of cards that most people probably use, but this is the set that I use just because I find it fun personally for my style. You could use a bunch of different cards, but this is what I use. Basically what Loki is, and he works well with quite a few different cards. Works well with Devil Dinosaur. We played Devil Dinosaur as the first deck build we had on this channel. Works great with Collector. Like, it's mostly Loki and Collector are the big cards that come together, and then you can have like things like Devil Dinosaur. Moon Girl puts cards in your deck, and different things like that. What I've done is actually kind of a mix of a bunch of different builds. I've got Shang-Chi as well, who's being played a lot at the moment throughout this. But Shang-Chi is always a good safe kind of tech destroy card, as long as against things like Null, for example, or destroy deck card, which comes out with a whopping ton of power. Anything over 9 power you want to get rid of anyway. I protect things like Devil Dinosaur with Cosmo, etc, etc. So I'm going to go through the deck from the start and talk about how these cards synergize with each other, and then I'll pop out a video in a couple of days after this where you will see the gameplay as well. So stick around, make sure you chuck a subscription, a like, a comment, always appreciated. This is a new channel for me. I've got a main channel, but this I wanted to do as a bit more of a side project, something for fun. I really love the game. I play it a lot. So I really appreciate some feedback if you fancy giving me that. Okay, so the hood, as we know, chucks a card into your hand, gives you a cheeky 1 power for the Collector, and you also do get the Demon. Now, problem with this is you can get things which can do, you know, a fair amount of damage. AoE wise, my MMORPG days are coming out right now. And I've just randomly forgotten the name of the card, and I'm like, oh wow, I use this card all the time. Why have I completely forgotten it? It is, good lord, where is it? And he's in destroy decks all the time. Oh my god, we're just gonna go over to it because I completely forgot. There we go, Killmonger. How did I forget Killmonger's name out of anything? There's a lot of cards in the game, hey. And it's one of the base cards you get really early. So, you know, that's AoE damage between both of your hands in play. So that Demon can get destroyed pretty easily. It does mean they kill the herd as well. So technically you lose about 3 power off the board. The reason why Demon is good is just because you can play it on a turn 6 with Devil Dinosaur and chuck out a ton of power with Devil Dinosaur and Demon as well. So if you're going to play Demon, I'd play that on the last turn with a Devil Dinosaur or with a Mystique, which is copy Devil Dinosaur, right at the end. Or play it with Loki, you know, because then you're putting out 11 power, and then you're getting a bunch of power over to Collector because more cards are coming into your hand, and then you're getting a bunch of power additional to Devil Dinosaur. This works really well with Magic as well, to add turns to your the game. Because so many people are playing Magic right now that I was just like, it's probably going to pop out anyway because most people want to just extend the game. I feel like Marvel Snap actually might even move to 7 turns and then extend it to 8. Could be interesting if that was the case. I reckon they could do that for fun one day, just like a random event or something. Could be interesting. Anyway, even better as well, if you can get Quinjet out, if that comes out before Hood, you would be reducing Demon down to 0 as well, because that card would be coming back into your deck with a 1 energy cost less. So you get a free Demon on any turn you want. It's pretty sweet. And that's really important. And you know, one of the cards which really synergizes well, not only with the Collector, but with Loki. So you replace your hand with cards from the opponent's starting deck and give them a -1 cost. Then you get Quinjet as well. So you can get like a 6 cost card coming out on turn 3, like 4, but like 4 energy, you know, pretty big, depending on what their deck was and if they got those cards in the deck at the start. So the Collector as well, when a card enters your hand from anywhere, Except your deck, you get +1 power. So don't forget, that's Hood, that's Cable, that's Maria Hill, that is Loki, that is also Moon Girl as well, because those, you get your hand copied. You don't draw 4 cards from your deck, you copy your hand. So that's really, really good. So there's a bunch of cards that come out there. Obviously, I explained Cable. You draw the top card of your opponent's deck. Also gives you a little bit of more insight into what they're running. Or love Cable. Also really love this variant. The Dan Hit variants, I might be going for them, actually. I have been going for the Pixel variants, which is like Moon Girl and stuff. But I'm really liking these. These are really stylized. I think they're great. Let me know what you think about these in the comments, actually. Maria Hill. You add a random 1 or 2 cost card to your hand. There you go. Pretty good, you know. I mean, it just does what it says on the tin. Also pumps up Collector, and also is going to give you, is also a free power card as well. Pretty good. And it could be some random card which might help you. You never know what you're going to get. Beautiful surprise. Lovely. Okay. I can play well as well. For me, I can play well with random cards. And that's why I actually don't mind things like Ego as as a location, because I actually find that a lot of fun because it really mixes up the game. I would actually like an event or a mode where you can get random cards just given to you. I think that would be awesome. If you can hear my cat screaming in the background, she went to the vet today and she's unhappy with me. And I've given her loads of attention. So don't, that's just what's happening right now. It's okay. It's okay. I just can't, I want to record this now. Mystique is going to copy the last ongoing text card, copy the text of the last ongoing card you played. So remember, that's any ongoing card. That's Cosmo, so any reveal abilities won't happen as a location, as long as it's revealed after this card. You know, he's going to copy also Devil Dinosaur, +2 power for each card in your hand. When you play Loki right at the end, which is what I tend to do on turn 5 or 6, just to pump up Devil Dinosaur and the Collector and stuff, add that power across the board. Mystique kind of hopefully comes out with Loki. Loki, Mystique on last turn, really sick combo. Honestly, just to pump up Collector and Devil Dinosaur. So hopefully on turn 4, 5, 6, you normally would have put out hopefully Collector by then, and you hopefully would have maybe even a Moon Girl on turn 4, or an Iron Lad. So if you get an Iron Lad and you haven't drawn Devil Dinosaur yet, you may even get another Devil Dinosaur, because Iron Lad is wicked and copies the text of your deck's top card. So you could pump out an Iron Lad, gets Devil Dinosaur, pop out a Devil Dinosaur, then you pop out a Mystique, then you go for Loki. You've got technically 3 Devil Dinosaurs and a Collector, a Loki, and your power goes bang. You know, your power just goes out off the flipping charts. They can't cover all 3 lanes with anything really, other than maybe if they plant down Galactus before you get something down. That's the only way. So you got to make sure you cover. This deck is really good at just covering the board in power, honestly, with just singular cards. If they have a Shang-Chi with the Absorbing Man, that's tough times, but not many people play that at all, honestly. Maybe if they get Shang-Chi and the Moon Girl it, that could be a little bit nasty as well. So, you know, sometimes you just get unlucky and you get a counter. You get direct counter, there's not really much you can do about it. You just retreat early, bash, carry on. No one's going to get 100% win ratio unless you're the best player in the game, and I don't think even that's possible. Because sometimes you will just get a match, sometimes you just get RNG to death and you don't get the things you want. And that's just cards. That's just cards, right? That's just unlucky. Or sometimes this wins are based a lot on luck as well. Anyway, as I keep talking and realize that this video is going on for longer than I intended it to go. Cosmo, you know what it does? I told you. No reveal abilities, great versus destroy decks, and also great versus Loki decks as well. On reveal, replace your hand with cards from your opponent's starting deck, of course. Give them -1 cost. Again, works well with Collector. Quinjet works well with everything. Devil Dinosaur. Shang-Chi is going to be your card which really just wipes out the big power card in your lane, which is possibly the same deck you're going to be versus. A lot of those cards like Collector, Devil Dinosaur, Null, anything that's big power wise. Don't kill, you know, big cards that can be destroyed and brought back. You don't want to kill a Deadpool, for example, that's at like, you know, 9 power on turn 4, because you're just going to give him back an 18. You know, always try and use it on the last turn, as long as you don't have initiative, because you don't want to be going into a turn with Shang-Chi unless you know you're going to get that damage off on that go, on that lane, and they're already down, because you know, otherwise you're fluffing yourself over a little bit. That doesn't sound too bad though. Depends how you take it. Moon Girl, you know what it does. You duplicate your hand. You don't want to use this obviously when you've got 6 or 7, like 6, your maximum cards in your hand. That would be silly. You want to use it when you've got like 3, maybe 4 maximum cards. Iron Lad, really, really fantastic for the reasons I said before. Obviously, maybe if you haven't got things like, Moon Girl and you've got Devil Dinosaur and other stuff in your hand, you might not really want to use it, because you could pick up a Shang-Chi, which would be a waste, a Moon Girl. Anything else is fine, probably, as long as you just put out like an ongoing card before that, but there isn't really many. Unless you maybe put Quinjet out randomly. So be very careful about that. Iron Lad on the Devil Dinosaur, Iron Lad on the Loki, Iron Lad on a lot of these cards is fine. Get a Collector, that'd be even better, because you're just gonna have another Collector and you're gonna get those cards into your hand. Bang, 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 bang. Power, 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 power. Wicked. You may also be thinking maybe Chavez would be good, because Chavez is one of those cards which is just like S tier card. Like, this is one of the cards that you can put into any deck and it will guarantee that you will have a lot more chance to pick up the cards that you want to have early game or like before turn 6 in your hand, because Chavez doesn't come out until turn 6. There's no chance of it coming out before. It says it right there. Okay, so you've got more chance to get that card you want into your hand during the game. You know on turn 6 you're also going to get this. So Chavez is really good in things like discard decks, because you can even use it then if you use it with things like Dracula. Anyway, that's a different thing. This is the build. I'm going to give you some gameplay as well in the next 3 or 4 days. We're doing a video every 4 days. Also, we just hit like a video of ours just hit like 400 views, which is really, really cool. We've got like 10 subscribers. A mini cheer and thank you for watching the videos. If you do enjoy this and you fancy like getting your friends involved, like, you know, send them over some decks and stuff. I make most of these builds myself. I am going to be probably, if you've got any requests, like picking up a certain card and making a theme around it, if you want me to make a deck which really pumps up like Warpath or something like that, it's just on the screen, like let me know, because I want to just kind of interact with people and make decks from random builds and for fun, you know. I just made a really random test deck, which is, you know, Liege, Professor X, Valkyrie, Nebula, Spider-Ham. Spider-Ham had a big change recently, which is just a fun lockdown kind of really annoy people deck. So yeah, let me know what you would like to see maybe in the future. It gives me ideas, it gives me content, and it'd be fun to just interact with people and say hello. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care, enjoy, be safe, be good to people and each other and yourself. And I'll see you soon on the next Mole Snap deck video. Oh yeah, I called it Loki Pokey as well. Do you like that name? I love it. Bye. That's awkward.